I was born and raised in Reading, Pennsylvania, and was a student of Eastern Pennsylvania public schools. The fact that the Gettysburg Civil War battlefield was less than a 2-hour bus ride from home and offered wide open spaces was not lost on my school teachers, so Gettysburg became a frequent field trip destination. During one ambitious trip, my high school history class marched out from the Confederate lines to mark the beginning of Pickett's charge and then charged the last 200 yards to the copse of trees that is known as the high-water mark of the Confederacy. The effect was memorable and alarming, even without Union artillery and guns peppering our ranks.
A high water mark, by its name, necessarily means that the water will ebb from that point, and the general consensus is that Gettysburg was, therefore, the turning point of the Civil War, with the General Lee's army retreating back below the Potomac River never to foray into the North again. Gettysburg, occurring at the near midpoint of the 5-Year War, checks all the boxes for an easy-to-remember turning point of the Civil War.
Editors Chris Moskowski and Christopher White, however, offer some different theories on turning points in their collection of essays, Turning Points of the American Civil War. In the 9 essays composed by public historians, other battles and events are offered up as more pivotal than Gettysburg, including 2 local sites, Chancellorsville and the Wilderness. Anyone who has driven west on Route 3 probably knows that the Battle of Chancellorsville has always been a key point in the Civil War because of the mortal wounding of Thomas Stonewall Jackson, who was Lee's right-hand man. The inclusion of the Wilderness as a turning point is less obvious, but the case made by Ryan Longfellow is no less compelling. Regarded by most historians as a stalemate with massive casualties for both the North and the South, Longfellow's essay contends that the North may not have won per se, but the battle proved that Ulysses S. Grant, now commander of the Army of Northern Virginia, was capable of the harrowing arithmetic necessary for the Union, with more men at its disposal, to outlast and defeat Lee's undermanned army.
Moskowski and White do not set out to dispel Gettysburg's mystique, and they acknowledge its importance in both the war and in history books, but what they are offering is an idea that a war of such magnitude and scope turns at many points and not just in the hills and fields outside of a sleepy Pennsylvania town where high school kids once charged in the steps of history.